Alright, back for round 3 on the play. And we got the turn 2 creature. That's innovation. That's good. That's nice. Happy about that. Even if I lose that, I will get to say I was able to play a 2-drop on turn 2. I have a multi-6, put the card on top. Alright. And the hand is pretty good. I mean, we can cast that. We have Spire Barrage, which is looking decent. At worst, it's gonna be dealing 2 damage, so sweet. Ooh, and we actually just drew the best 2-drop in the world. In the entire world. This was played in Standard at some point. Not a ton, but... Well, no, it was played a decent amount in Burn. But even some Jund lists were playing it, I think, at some point. Because obviously, most decks were playing around 8 fetches. I mean, could play around 10 fetches if they wanted to, at least. And when you have... And when 1/2 of your mana base is fetches, this card is quite sweet. I don't really think there's an upside of in playing one or the other creature before. Since I don't really have any other ally. I think this is slightly better to play this just because if my opponent has a mountain in hand, randomly plays a 3rd color, they might not drop it if I play Cliff Treader, where here it doesn't change anything. I think all in all it just doesn't change anything at all. But so here they look at 3 cards and they get to pick each island they reveal. That card is not very good, I think, but I see a lot of player playing it. I don't really know why. Oh well. Like, if you have something like 9 or 10 island in your deck, which is already a decent amount, it means you have a lot of blue. This is still pretty likely to miss, right? Because 10 island in your deck means 1 card out of 4, and this is 3 cards, so... Yeah, and the body is pretty lackluster. I don't know. I remember this card being picked very late and not really seeing any play when I was playing Zendikar back in the days. And since I've done something like 10 drafts since the beginning of this flashback session this week, and it looks like everyone wants to play that, but I don't really get it. Like, this card is not very good. Mountain. More lands for El Sergiopede. My opponent is soon gonna be in burn range from, well, this is only 3 damage, so let's not get too crazy. A chump block, or do you have a trick? No trick. So there's a Wrath of God in this set, and I think I'm gonna be playing around it. I have a good presence on board already. Cliff Treader is not gonna help that much, especially if they play some 5-drops and stuff. And yeah, there's a Wrath of God, and they do have it. Alright. Happy about my play here, because having this 2/1 around is really meaningful, especially since we drew Windborn Charge. I don't know, it kind of felt like they would have that. I don't know, I don't really know why, but I'm glad I played the way I did. Yeah, it's one of the best feelings in this game, when you play around something and they happen to have it. Sometimes it's right to play around something, and even if you don't have it, you were right to play around whatever you played around. But when you can play around something, and they happen to have the card, it's just like, it's the best thing ever, right? Bad news is that my opponent's probably never gonna be attacking with that. I guess if best case scenario, they drop a ground blocker there, and they think they can attack with Cartographer. They missed on that thing again. We know that they have Arrow Volley Trap in their deck though, which is interesting. Pretty good. Their deck seems pretty good, but it seems really heavy on white. And when you are more heavy on white, it's like it's really like even in a deck with 9 or 10 islands, it's pretty bad, but if you are mostly white, it's just really, really bad then. Weird. So let's say I Windborne Charge. If I can trade one of my Cliff Trader for their Cartographer, I'm happy. If they take it, I'm happy because I kill them next turn. This seems like a decent amount of value. And if I don't do that, I'm not doing anything, so I might as well write. They could have some type of trick in their hand, but if they do, well, they do, I mean, no problem. And depending on what they have in hand, like if they have a land in hand, I could really see them taking damage and hoping I don't have a burn spell, because I don't know. I could see them jumping with the 1-2 and keeping the 3-4 around. That would probably make sense. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. Pretty sure we would be losing that game pretty badly if I had played a Cliff Trader after they jumped with Lynx. Good news is that mountains are quite relevant because of Spire Barrage and the amount of life my opponent has. So there's mostly only plains that are going to be dead draws. Yeah, they are making the block I was talking about, which I think makes sense. Something I did not mention is that maybe these 1-2 flyer are slightly better once you have a couple equipments. Like if you have 2 or maybe two machete or some more good equipment, then yeah, sure. Any creature with flying becomes better. I'm probably dropping Minotaur there, and next turn I can attack for lethal. I mean, with the Spire Barrage. This plains is quite awful. I mean, it actually looks better than the other one, but it's like it. You don't want to see a plains with another another draw there, right? Huh? Do I do that now? Yeah, probably. I can still Spire Barrage next turn, and if they have something. Like, my opponent could have Spell Pierce in their hand, and Spell Pierce would counter Barrage, and if they have Spell Pierce, I'd rather do that now, I'm pretty sure. And we'll equip on one of the Cliff Trader, and probably attack with everything. And, well, if they have a removal on one of my creature and eat the 2-1, like, remove that, eat that, they still take 4 and they are still dead next turn, so fine with me. They just conceded though. Alright. Sweet, we got there. Maybe my opponent is a bit more heavy on blue, and they were completely mana screwed there with some double blue cards in hand, I don't know. They had only 2 cards in hand though, so I'm not sure. Ooh, we're drawing the sweet fetch. Alright, so blue-white of some sort. Given what they've been showing, and given what there's in my sideboard, I don't think there's something I want to change. Seismic Shudder is not looking good. It probably kills more things in my deck than in their deck. Yeah, I think we'll just submit that. I don't think they've been showing anything against which narrow escape would be good. Like I don't remember the name, the blue enchantment that makes something unable to untap, which is much weaker than the most recent one like Claustrophobia or Narcolepsy. I guess Narcolepsy is just 2 set after Zendikar, so it's in the same block. It's not really way more recent, but most of the things like that just tap the creature right away. Where in Zendikar I think it's paralyzing grasp. It just makes it unable to untap, so you have to make them attack first and then use it. And yeah, it's kinda meh. Alright, hand is keepable. Don't love it, but I can keep it. Oh, and you just saw my awesome... I don't even know how it's called in English. My desktop font, something like that, I don't know. It's just I just did not care. It's the one you get on Windows. And it's actually, it was pretty ugly, right? Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't really want to bother finding one good though. I could. So they mult to 6 and put a card on top, and they just drop Immeria. So that's the reason why they're playing a bunch of planes. That card is pretty good if you can get there. Seven planes and the land is a lot though. But I don't know, my opponent is probably playing Immeria and something like 11 or 12 planes, so they have, I don't know, they have maybe 4 island and they are still playing the 1-2. The only reason is probably that they do have a bunch of equipments, as I said, but otherwise it's just like, it's not good. Don't do that. Even in a deck with 10, 11 islands, I think that card is pretty bad, but if you have 4 islands, it's like, it's really, really bad. Hopefully we'll not draw too many more lands. I guess the 1-2 is coming down. Oh no, it's a Scholar. I might have to kill that, because I don't have a ton of pressure, and I will probably fetch now. It's gonna make my Geopid weaker if I ever draw it, but I really, really want to Fiend out. Even though it's not a lot, I don't want to be drawing another land. Like, I'm really getting flooded. I kept 5 land and I've been throwing 2 lands, 1 spell. It's not the worst, but I don't think we can afford to draw many more lands before we just lose by default. I mean, the opponent multi-6 on the play. Nimbus Wings, well, I'm pretty happy about that one. I mean, unless they have a way to protect it, I will gladly take my 2-for-1 on a creature that I think I would have killed no matter what, because the looting could be annoying since I don't have a lot of pressure. They could get, card advantage, basically. Yeah, I think I will play into Spell Pierce. I mean, if they are playing Spell Pierce, they are playing Spell Pierce. It's not really a card you should play, especially against a white-red beatdown deck. Let's see if this resolves. Again, if my opponent is playing Spell Pierce, I just don't agree with that. I think there's an argument for using that now, which is white deck tends to have Core Sanctifier, the 2/3/4/3 that when you kick it can destroy an artifact and enchantment, and I don't want them to play to have that. I think if they had it, they would have cast it last turn, most likely, over using Nimbus Wings. But if they, top deck it and destroy my thing, it's just so bad for me. I don't really want to play around with that. Against white and green deck, you should probably still try to use your enchantment quest as soon as possible. I mean, we did not see any 2/3 so far, but let's say they top deck it and play it next turn. It's just so awful for me, where the chance that they play a really huge ground creature I want to block with, well, they might be, I don't know. I don't really know which one is more likely, but I will feel stupid if they do have the 2/3. And by the way, we drew another mountain last turn, which is bad. At least mountains are better than plains because of Spire Barrage, but still, it is not the best. Kraken Hatchling, alright. Well, we drew the Spire Barrage, I guess, so there is that. And actually the opponent is at 13 because of the stupid shrine, so if we get something like 2 or 3 hit with that, we can just burn them. Which is, I think, is kind of funny. Outfeeder, sure. You can feed whatever you want to feed. Ooh, they do have the journey though. The removal. Annoying. Annoying. Oh well. Let's draw a non-land. Okay, well, sure. So this is 9 lands already out of the deck, so there's only 8 lands left, which is a little bit less than a third. Yeah. Hopefully we don't get too unlucky, but the odds are we should be drawing mostly spells. Or at least more than 2/3 of spells. Well, not really. I mean, It doesn't really change anything in the end. Well, I'm happy they did not wait to kick that, because a 3-3 unblockable would be much more threatening. Well, I guess I have Pitfall Trap anyway, but still. Ooh, a flyer. Sign me in. Sign me in for the flying train. I don't need a ton of damage. Like, my Albion is... Like, if I get 3 hit with that and I draw another mountain, I just kill them. And I have some time in front of me, because they don't have any pressure. I'm surprised that they were at 4 land and they choose to hardcast that for, like... I mean, it's not really a question of hardcasting or not, but they cast that just for 2. It feels weird. It feels weird. Plains, not the best of draws. We are at 11, we are slowly dying. Yeah, we took a hit from that. This has been attacking for 2 turns. So, yeah, 8. And I took 1 from the fetch, so it's 9. Might have to Pitfall Trap the Outfeeder. I don't really love that, though. I don't really care about the 1/1 unblockable, though. Like, it's gonna kill me in 10 turns. I don't know, yeah. I don't love doing that, but... If they find a removal for the Aeronaut, I'm actually... They are actually gonna be able to raise me pretty quickly. I mean, to kill me pretty quickly. I like keeping removal for threats, but at some point you kind of have to just, you know, cast stuff. Come on, deck, don't give me more lands. Only 6 lands left. That's almost a 4th. Good God. And they do have something for the Aeronaut. Oh, that. Okay, sure. No problem. Not a card you should be playing, by the way. Yeah. I think Weapon would be in a much better spot if they had waited to kick that. I would have had to use the trap here. This would not be dead. I would be at around 6. I don't know. It would be just much better for them. I kinda doubt it'd be right to Journey to Nowhere, the 1/1. I highly doubt that, actually. And those unmatched land. That's a pain to my eyes. That's literal pain. No, not literal, but... I guess it's not unmatched, it's mismatch. I should be saying. Come on! What? What? Now there's less than one fourth of land in my deck. But mountains are no, never mind. They have another trap. What the hell? What is this game? I mean, I'm glad that my opponent is playing cards that basically counts as land or as mulliganing. No, not really. I mean, this is still a trick, but it's like it's really if you need a 23rd card and you're in a bad spot. Like, ugh, the trap. No, actually, I'm maybe a bit too harsh with that card. It's not that bad. It's just like, okay, there's the mountain. Should we go for the kill? Should we play around cancel? I mean, if they have cancel, they are gonna cancel, right? Now I could bait with Journey to Nowhere. But if I bait with Journey to Nowhere... Oh, they haven't... What? Stop! Arrow Volley Trap, okay. And now I'm missing 2 points of damage. Oh, Lord. Oh, dear Lord. And that was a mountain, but that's still a... that's still a 13th land. What the hell? What the hell, man? Now it's 1/5 of the deck that's land. So I have 20% chance to draw land. Okay, well, this dude is not a land, I guess. There is that. My opponent's still pretty far from Sky Ruining. Ooh, Okay, well now I will have to use that journey. I guess I could... Yeah, they can move the machete on the Kraken afterwards, so the Minotaur is not even gonna... Well, I guess I can just journey the Kraken and kill them, unless they have something. They cannot have cancel, given how they tap their mana. I'm pretty sure they just don't have anything in hand, though. Torch Slinger, okay. It's interesting. I guess I have enough mana to cast both Pyro Barrage and Torch Slinger. But depending on how this turn goes, there might be argument to cast Slinger because it's slightly safer. But yeah, you know what? I have all the lands to cast everything I want. So even if I don't die to the Barrage, I can still drop my Slinger, get rid of the Figment, and not die. Should probably just sack a Plains there. And since the only counter they can have is the Spell Pierce, we should we should cast that first. And that's gonna be it. Alright. Jeez, I was kinda worried about like the 12th land. That was a lot. Alright, cool. We got there. Hope you guys enjoyed that second round. And we are on for a 4th round because of, this league and how it goes. And hopefully we can win. That'd be great. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. See you for round 3.